The Littlest Levine, written by Sandy Lanton and illustrated by Claire Keay. Hannah Levine was little. She was too little to reach the sink by herself, too little to tie her own shoelaces, too little to ride the big yellow school bus with her sister and brother. "I hate being the littlest Levine," said Hannah. "I know," said Grandpa, "but someday you may change your mind." On Sukkot, it was even worse. Her daddy had to pick her up so she could hang her paper chains from the roof of the sukkah. "I hate being the littlest," said Hannah. "Don't worry," said Grandpa. "Soon you'll be glad to be the littlest Levine." On Hanukkah, Hannah couldn't light the candles by herself. Her grandma insisted on guiding her hand. "I hate being the littlest," said Hannah. "Be patient," said Grandpa. "Soon you'll be proud to be the littlest Levine." On Purim, Hannah filled the hamantashen and folded them up, but her mom had to put them in the oven. "I hate being the littlest," said Hannah. "Your holiday is coming, my littlest Levine," said Grandpa. "Let's go into my study, just the two of us. We have a lot of learning to do." Passover preparations began and the whole family was busy. But when they cleaned the house, Hannah could only wash the lowest part of the picture window. When they unpacked the Passover dishes, Hannah could only put the shelf paper in the bottom cabinets. And when it was time to make the matzah balls, Hannah wasn't allowed near the stove. But every evening after dinner, she and her grandpa went off together. The afternoon before the Seder, Hannah's brother and sister set the table. Her father arranged the food on the Seder plate, and her mother put out the wine glasses. But once again, Hannah and her grandpa disappeared into his study. When it was finally time for the Seder, Hannah put on her new polka dot dress and a matching ribbon in her hair. She twirled around her room, letting the skirt billow out in a full circle. She was ready. The candles were lit and everyone joined in the blessing. Then they took turns reading from the Haggadah. When it was time for the 4 questions, everyone got quiet. "Who is the littlest?" Grandpa asked. Hannah smoothed her hair and cleared her throat. She stood tall and in her loudest, clearest voice she chanted, "Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol haleilot." Why is this night different from all other nights? When she had finished reciting all 4 questions, she sat down. "My littlest Levine," Grandpa said. "I'm so proud of you." He gave her a big hug. "Thank you for teaching me, Grandpa," Hannah whispered. "Today, I love being the littlest Levine."
Hey fellow YouTubers, if you like what you see, please hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see more, just click on the button where you can donate and be a paying contributor, where you can see more things like read alouds, drawing tutorials, virtual field trips, cartoons, and more. See more at Storytime, and I'll see you next time.